Show.
All right, y'all. Every Wednesday on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show is Wellness Wednesday. We got the one and only member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. We got the one and only Dr. M.J. Collier is back with a medical update from the medical community, and he's also going to answer your, your general questions. So hit us up at 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Hey, Dr. Collier, say good morning to your frat brother, your LB, Jeff Johnson, up in here.
What up, brother?
Good morning, Jeff Johnson. Always brings enlightenment and perspective with his 3 things you need to know. It always gets my day started and enhances how I get through the political situation here in this good United States of America. So thank you, Jeff, for all you do for this community.
Brother, listen, my life is ever evolved because you consistently bring medical information that's digestible and useful. So listen, man, we are enriching each other's lives in the light.
Okay, y'all graduated.
We got a little bromance going on right now.
Yeah. No, they graduated. They use big words so they smart.
I have a dream speech.
Yeah, all of them 4.0 grade point average.
4.2, actually.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you could do that. What you got, Dr. Collier?
Good morning, Rickey Smiley, Rock T, Special K, Gary with the T, the Brat, and Maria Moore. And once again, your in-house special studio guest, Mr. Jeff Johnson. Listen, Rickey, we're going to talk about the effects of stress in our school systems that's negatively affecting the health of both the teachers and the students, and also the people working in the school system. We're talking about the cafeteria workers, the janitors. Everybody involved in this situation are stressed out. A recent study showed that 60% of teachers are stressed and are considered leaving the profession or have already left due to that work stress. Teachers work longer hours than many other positions. Most of us think about a job from 9 to 5, but teachers, sometimes have to be in position as early as 6:30 a.m., and they don't finish until 6 or 7 p.m. if they're doing extracurricular activities with their students. So this leads to burnout and stress. Make no mistake about it, Rickey, this is not new. Teaching has always been stressful, but it's been exacerbated by other challenges such as COVID-19. Other contributing factors include lack of resources for the teachers, lack of support from the administrations, work-life balance issues. Teachers, basically, once you're teaching, you don't have time for your personal life. And then the political issues in the workplace now. They're dealing with, things like trans students and things that shouldn't be involved as far as their profession is concerned, but now they're having to deal with. Teachers don't have time to do planning like they used to because there's a shortage of substitute teachers and just full-time teachers that are in the school system. Students have more behavioral challenges, and teachers are not equipped to really handle this. So oftentimes they're just trying to get through the day and keep their classrooms quiet versus being able to teach whatever their topics are. There's been a rise in concerns of personal safety due to increased violence. So if you're feeling stressed and you feel like your personal safety is at risk, that stresses you out on a daily basis. And what happens when these teachers get stressed? Their health deteriorates. Increased incidence of high blood pressure, diabetes, anxiety, depression, heart attacks, strokes. Our teachers are so stressed that their health is deteriorating, and then if they have to take time off to deal with a health issue, again, that increases the issue of the shortages. So let's keep our teachers healthy, give them the support that they need. State, Rickey, correction should be allowed in the school system because a lot of these students are just, getting out of control because they don't have any real correction at home, and the school is the only place they can do it. But the teachers don't get support from the parents and oftentimes from the administration when they're dealing with, with teacher behavior, with student behavior.
Right.
So that's where we are, Rickey.
And we're going to be talking about that later on today. I'm glad you brought that up. We're going to have a whole conversation talking to the teachers later on today this morning. Let's go to the phones. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Collier. I am 68 years old and have lost 17 pounds due to stress when I handled my sister's estate. I am trying everything in the world to gain weight. All commercials about weight loss, how to lose weight. What do I need to do? I know it's patience, but I need to gain weight, and I'm not. How do I gain weight?
Okay, it takes 3,500 calories above your usual and customary baseline caloric intake to gain 1 pound. So, one, you got to decrease those factors that are stressing you out. Now that hopefully it sounds like you've completed the estate issues, and so now you need to do some self-care. You need to make sure that you're not just putting on the wrong kind of weight. You want to eat healthy. Increase your protein so that your protein intake is at least 30% of your caloric intake on a daily basis, and eat 3 3 to 5 meals per day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a meal in between breakfast and lunch, and a snack in between lunch. And that way your body, you won't necessarily feel hungry, but you'll be giving your body what it needs to build that up. And also, again, your mental health is very important. So meditate, pray. This is the time to recheck your spirituality, and it's about you right now. Get yourself together.
I'm sorry, Dr. Ma'am, the lady that just called. All you got to do is watch My 600-Pound Life and just eat what they eat. What they be saying wrong?
I just can't stop eating.
Dr. Nolly doesn't want any more patients. So we want to gain, remember I said gain the right kind of weight.
Just lay there and fry them little wings in the bed. Yeah, flour that chicken up in that bed like this. I promise you're going to gain no doggone weight. You best believe it. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Good morning. I am fairly young. I'm 37 years old, and I do a lot with my hands. And I've braided hair type now with my job, and I'm starting to get cramps in my hands, and I'm concerned about early onset of arthritis. Is there anything that I can do to prevent that?
Yes, a couple of things. One, you also want to make sure you're not dealing with carpal tunnel syndrome. So using your hands that much, it would be a good idea to get some hand braces, the kind that you slip on like gloves, but that are open at the fingertips, and the kind that have a metal spoon in it that raises the wrist at about 15 to 30 degree angle. That is the relaxed position of the wrist, but also supplements such as glucosamine and chondroitin. One of the name brands would be Osteo Biflex, and an anti-inflammatory such as Motrin, Advil, or Aleve. So, this is a reality of what you're doing, particularly with the braiding. So you have to be very careful. All of my hairstylists and hairdressers have problems with their hands, neck, and back because of the postural issues and the ergonomics of doing that type of work.
All right, y'all, Dr. Collier, good morning.
About 2 years ago, my grandson was abused and had a traumatic brain injury. But a couple of weeks ago, he had a high fever and started having seizures. Could either one of those have caused the seizures, and will they return?
So there is a high incidence of seizures associated with elevated temperatures, high fevers, usually over 102. And so that can happen if they get a fever again. So it's very important that if they have any type of infectious disease, that they take Tylenol, Motrin, Advil, or Aleve to keep that temperature down. But he needs a full neurological evaluation to make sure there's nothing else going on in the head, and that's probably going to ultimately include a CT scan or an MRI. So he needs to be seen by a neurologist to evaluate the nature of the seizures. Most people get a full neurological evaluation, and there's no real etiology found for the seizures, but that's a good thing. But you want to make sure that there's no bleeding in the brain, no subdural hematomas, and no masses or tumors in the head. These are the opinions of Dr. M.J. Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show cast, its production crew, or even the illustrious Mr. Jeff Johnson. So listen to me on Facebook Live tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go to Ask Dr. MJ, and we'll answer your healthcare questions.
There it is. Hey, Dr. Collier, appreciate you.